Hello, Elise here from Timeless Tea. Thanks for joining me again. I wanted to talk a little bit today about the journey of Timeless Tea. I know we spoke a little bit about that, but I wanted to go a little bit more into what it represents to me. I've made it quite clear that I am on this wild path, and what tea represents for me on this path is it is a door. It's my door that I use, and there's others that use herbs as a way to get to the door. But when we talk about the door, what does it mean? It's a way of quietening the mind and being able to go deeper. And when I say deeper, it's basically resting with the soul, because everyone's got this deep, innate wisdom that we often don't hear because the mind is and we're in this very, very busy state generally. I mean, look at all the distractions around us constantly. There's noise, there's, there might be TV going, radio, whatever. People generally like background noise as well. So like there's all these factors that come into play, and so what I feel is truth is that we've just got to find that which is the door for us. And so tea has been amazing for me because it's a passion of mine. So you follow the energy, you follow the passion, it leads you to the door, and then you step in. So, and do it regularly, do a practice. So that's also how I came across ceremony. I actually came across it because I was in desperate need of relaxing. I was in desperate need to get out of my own poor me place that I was in. I was trying to juggle being a police officer and raising a child at the time and another one on the way, and it was just, it was full on, and I couldn't handle that stress. So how the ceremony came about, or a lot of the breath work at the ceremony, it was, okay, I'm sitting with my tea, just relaxing, dropping into that stillness, and this beautiful smooth voice came in and said, do the breath work now with the tea. Do it. And I just, because tea was my passion, I was there at the door. And then when I just brought the tea up, held my breath like I've been taught at yoga when we did meditation, and then I was able to swallow and then release the breath, and it was like, oh wow, and it took me to another place. So it was literally me, it felt like me opening that door and walking through and going, yes. In that moment, really, it's something so simple, but it changed my life. So I guess, I don't know, I just wanted to put it out there that if there's something that you love and you kind of get that feeling of, oh man, I can't imagine doing anything else in this moment, when you do it, then go for it, because it's amazing the change that you can have in your life the more you do it, and I'm evidence of that. I was able to relax myself quite quickly without having to rely on other people, like a yoga teacher or a meditation teacher. I learnt a skill that, I could do pretty much anywhere. So long as I had my tea with me, I was able to just drop into that stillness. So it's been great for me to find that doorway in to that which is sacred. Try and be as transparent as possible. If I can help that, then I will, because especially with businesses, and I've touched on it before, with corporate owned businesses and that, and there's just a lot of it, we don't know what's in the tea, we've discussed, and we don't, and you don't know who's truly behind something you pick up, or something you consume. So that became so apparent to me that is part of my path, is to be able to be seen, to say, this is me, and I'm opening to you to be seen, and I invite you to do the same. And so my ceremony is going back on that, because it's all linked, right? Inextricably linked. So a ceremony is about that deep connection, where I invite openness and connection, and I do that through example first, and then I ask, or I invite the other person to sync and open and sync with me. And I do that individually and then in groups. It's just, I love that. I'm getting excited just talking about. But it's just that level of connection is amazing. I get to share that walking into this door, my door, where I can tap into that which I know is just unique, but it's so sacred, and I get a chance to share this with others, and then to lead them to the door, and who knows what that looks like. There's a funny story with how that word transparency came about, and how I needed to integrate that into Timeless Tea. So I was at my first ever expo, and this really lovely man came up to me, and if any of you have seen my display at expos, it's based on glass teapots, like this one I'm using now, if you can see it. It's based on these lined up, so there's 9 of them lined up, and underneath, I don't have one here at the moment, but underneath is a clear glass teapot warmer, and it's got a little candle in it, and so you've got a little fire, a little glow. It's quite beautiful. So it's all lovely, and you've got the different coloured teas set up as well. So it's a lovely setup. Anyway, this bloke comes up. Most people during the day said, "Oh, nice that I can see the colours, and I'm really liking it," and oh, thank you. And this one bloke comes up and he says, "I really love this setup." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you. Yeah, the colours." And then he goes, "No, the fact that it's transparent. I can see through, and I can even see you standing behind the teapots." Just went, "That's really good." And I just went, wow. It just hit me that transparency is something that we lack in the way we live. We generally are hiding some part of us that we don't want people to see, or I'm business, so I've got a business cap on, so I've got to try and sell as many teas as I can, and I'm not going to really, discuss deep concepts with people or try to connect on a deeper level, and that excites me. That's the reason I'm doing the expos. Yes, I need money, but that's something on the side note, because there's something so exciting about this connection, about doing something that I love. And we mightn't even be talking about tea at these places, but it's like there's something that people are ignited by me going to my door. Then I can extend that invitation for you to go into yours. This shared responsibility almost of when you find your door, that you can then help others to discover theirs. What I really wanted to say was that tea is obviously much more than just tea to me. It's more than just selling the packets of tea to you. It's more than just the money side. To me, it's that invitation to be transparent. It's that invitation to go deeper. It's that doorway to my soul, and it's that which I would love to share with you, because it just feels so potent and so needed out there when there is so much disconnect. So to share from the heart, from me to you.